Hey, everybody, Russ W. Oker, Go Hills TV, powered by JBS. And we're here in the press box, time for our Fairway Meat and Grocery postgame with Coach Lindsay Diehl. The Warriors take the opener 3-2, and then 9-1 in the second game over the Spartans of Southwestern. Run our record to 20-6 on the year. Coach, I'll just give you a chance. Opening thoughts. I know it. That you're not sitting here doing jumping jacks, but your team did win a couple of games today. But opening thoughts on game one. Let's start with that.
I felt like we were trying really hard, pushing at the plate, not being disciplined and swinging at what their game plan was. At the end of the day, you only have to win by one. Mm-hmm. So we did that. But we're going to have to figure out how to get a little more hungry and stay focused on the process. I felt like we were very outcome driven today, thinking about wins instead of just doing what we got to do to, win an at bat and play our game, because I didn't love how it looked.
Maddie Anderson, you pulled her out there in the second. She got hit on the leg. I didn't know if that was a result of that, or she wasn't maybe all that sharp today.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like she was sharp. I felt like she was trying too hard, not staying within herself. And so I when I brought her out, I said, "You're not done. I don't know if I'm going to bring you back in." But I just felt like she needed to mentally regroup over here. But then Thea settled in and did a good job, and we've been wanting to give her opportunities too. And so, she took advantage of that, and I thought Thea threw well. So
she's got a tremendous down ball, which, I just, from my days of playing, I hated the down ball.
Yeah.
Because you can't get it up in the air. So,
I know.
And nasty stuff. I thought she looked very good today. And, of course, Hannah Simpson, she's really starting to find it.
She is. That kid is fun. She's come a long ways from the fall. She was a kid that had power in high school and, was a big hitter, but it was really out of control, in my opinion. And she has really bought in to making some adjustments. And I keep saying that kid's going to get it. She's going to get it, and she's going to be fun. And she's all in. She's a warrior through and through. She loves being here. She's got a ton of energy. I love the way that she plays the game, and she's really starting to swing it for us.
So you're without Abby Martin right now. We're looking at maybe a week.
I'm hoping she's back by next Wednesday. And
so that forces you to move some things around. Destiny Lewis. Obviously, Destiny's a good enough athlete to play anywhere and everywhere, but certainly, not the position she plays all the time, and it moves some other people around a little bit.
I felt that in game one. I'll definitely say that we were just – TJ's back on the dirt, and she's also a kid that's just an athlete and figures out how to make plays and does whatever. But, we really want to try to get in sync. And so, that's tough to do when you got somebody out of a lineup. But I felt like, Destiny does Destiny things. I think that I hope that I get to push her back to second base because she makes some phenomenal plays there, and Abby does a great job. So we're hoping that she gets healed up. Nothing is broken, and so that's a positive for us. And Abby's just a kid that has a ton of energy on the field, right? Like, she's just loud all the time. She doesn't want to let a ball drop, that kind of stuff. And so we're hoping she can get healed up and be back in our lineup.
Well, you win a one-run game in game one. I know when you just look at the records and look at everything, you hope to not be in that much of a struggle. McIntosh threw pretty well. And you look at the little things in a game like that maybe go unnoticed. Brett talked about it on the air, but the sac fly by Abby Cataldo and not leaving, not wasting the at-bat, in a one-run game, that's a fairly big at-bat you look at now. And that's key.
Absolutely. And getting kids to understand that. Like, even Destiny right there, when she had her sac fly and we score, like, it doesn't matter as much in that game, but, like, we're putting runs on the board, and that's really what we want to do is, having quality at-bats and having, getting an RBI and scoring a run. That's a quality at-bat for us. And so you're exactly right.
All right, 9-1 win in game two. Your opening thoughts on game two?
Ryan Cheek looked good, and it was good to have her back looking like herself, because she's been throwing for us, but she just hasn't been funky like Ryan is funky, and she felt good today. I thought she looked good today. Her changeup wasn't quite where we wanted it to be the whole time, but she showed flashes of it, and so overall on the mound, I thought we did a nice job. Sarah came in. She's also a kid that keeps the ball low in the zone for us. I felt like early on we looked good at the plate. I felt like we were hunting good pitches and going after good things, and then we just get ahead, and I feel like we hit cruise control too much. And so I want them to, stand on the gas, keep pushing. So
Tatum Aragon moved her from 2 down to 6. She made you look like Coach of the Year there. 3 for 3 in game 2.
I know. Well, she's got a little piss and vinegar to her, right? And so I saw her be like, I'm going to go right here. And I said, I need that all the time. And we've been having that conversation, right? When she's in that 1 or 2 spot, I was like, you're in a crucial spot up there of like, I need you to be hungry all the time. Because when Tatum locks in, Tatum's good. But sometimes she'll just wave at something or she'll get impatient, and she knows that, and we have these conversations. But I told her, I said, I even watched you slide in with a purpose there that you're like, no, you're not getting me out. And I said, I need you to figure out how to flip that switch all the time and go. But yeah, I mean, she also is a kid that she's good down there in that spot, that too. But I don't know. I mean, I keep switching that lineup around, and I'll hopefully figure out how the puzzle goes at some point by May, right?
Need to know by May 3rd,
yep,
I think,
that's
right?
It, yep.
There you go. All right, Coach, congrats. A couple of wins for the Warriors today. We go to 20-6. We're going to go to State Fair.
Yep.
Over the weekend.
We go to Ellsworth tomorrow.
Go to Ellsworth tomorrow.
Yep. State Fair on Saturday.
State Fair on Saturday. What do you know about those 2 squads?
Ellsworth, I think, has got one kid that can kind of throw a little bit. We're going to have to, it'll be a great opportunity for us to maybe move some things around and get some other kids some opportunities, that kind of stuff, playing a non-conference game. State Fair is a team that we've been in a battle with numerous times since my time here at Indian Hills. So I know that them playing at home and their field seems like it's always a windy spot. And so we're going to have to play some solid defense, and hopefully our pitchers show up and do their job.
All right, thanks, Coach. Coach Lindsay Diehl and her Warriors get a couple of Ottumwa Job Corps Warrior wins today. 20-6 now on the season, and winners of 13 in a row. For the entire Go Hills crew on Go Hills TV, powered by JBS, I'm Russ W. Oker saying so long, everybody.